So we're at Gold's Venice, the famous Gold's Venice, on a beautiful, what is it today? Tuesday morning. And this is the day in the life of Rico McClinton.
Stone morning off with a cup of Joe.
How are you, buddy?
I'm good, man.
I'm glad to have you. I wanted to have one of my first one doing the day in the life. I just did your buddy Chris last week. Chris Cormier,
yeah,
black guy, used to be good
like 190
in bodybuilding.
I remember him.
So I wanted to talk to you a little bit about what your life has been in the bodybuilding industry. Of course, where it took you today and where you're at, and you're still the fixture in Gold's Venice. We see you here all the time, but your life has quite evolved since your bodybuilding days. So but take us back a little bit of what it was like to train in the '90s with Chris and Charles and all these guys and Flex and then where how you ended up being where you're at today.
Oh man, let's see how it was. I met Flex when I was 18. We competed against each other. He got lucky, he beat me, right? Cheated, you know what I'm saying? Cheated. But we won't talk about that. He beat me. I didn't see him for a few years, and then he was here, and I ran into him again. I already had met Chris. Chris was a teenager, getting ready for like the teen nationals when I met Chris, and he was living in Palm Springs.
Is he younger than you guys?
Yeah,
Chris.
Yeah,
okay.
He's like the baby knucklehead brother, which I don't even go into those stories. Jeez. And he was 19 when we met. He was ready for like the Teen America, and he won it too. And we all hit it off, and we started training together to push each other because we were all like the young guys in the gym, and we all had like these aspirations and dreams to get to be good. So we pushed each other. We all loved training. We were all very competitive, so we would push each other, compete even in the gym with the weights, the sets, and see who's gonna quit, stuff like that, And it was intense but fun. It was like you love the training, and then we all go together and eat at the firehouse.
Were you guys living together? Were you roommate at any point, or?
Me and Flex were roommates for a year.
Okay.
And we lived in Marina Del Rey for a year together. And it was a fun time. Flex wasn't no fun though. Flex was always sleepy, and I like to live life, even
Flex was sleepy.
Yeah, Flex would want to train and go sit on the couch with a zombie. I'm like, dude, there's more life to live. I can't just. I like to go out. It's beautiful. We live in LA. We're in Venice. We live right in Marina Del Rey, right by the beach. I'm like, there's life to live. Like I always believe that. Like there's life outside of the gym, and I want to live that too. So I always try to have I always call it balance.
Right.
Even though I had to eat my meals and this and that, I'd want to go see movies. I'd want to go walk. I don't feel like I was meant just to work out and sit on my couch all day till it's time to go back. That's just me. I'm not knocking the guys who do it. I'm sure some guys out there do that. That's their choice, But I want to live life a little more full for me personally. So.
What did you like the most about bodybuilding, though? What attracted you so much to because you used to be like way into it. I mean, competitively. I mean, national competitor, all that stuff. So, what did you like the most about bodybuilding?
Well, what happened was I never played any sports like on any team sports until I was in high school. A buddy of mine talked to me to go down for the football team in 10th grade. I never played organized football. I made varsity, right? Because it's hard work. But I already had been working out since I was 14. But I make the varsity team. Then you show up there to play, and you realize some of your teammates didn't work hard like you. You're like, man, these guys, they're not putting this work in. I didn't like that. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna just go back to bodybuilding. Where if I win, it's on me. If I lose, it's on me. I don't have to rely on a teammate who may not put the same effort in. I'd rather have a little bit more control over as far as the effort I can put in. So I went back to bodybuilding. And I love the training. I tell people I love the way that bar in front of my hands, that steel. I love to see that the plates loaded up. You know what I mean? It's like to move that weight where someone would look and be like, can he move that weight? And you move that weight. People would stop sometimes to see if we can actually move the weight that we have put on that bar. And that to me it was like a high, like
gotcha.
To get that pump and feel that blood and then see your body transform and take shape. I look at the body like a work of art, and we're like the artists, we're the sculptors. We're taking this piece of clay and we're molding it and we're shaping it you know, to something that we want to be beautiful and great, not just a big lump of mass with no shape. It's like we're etching and carving, and when we're done with it, it's this beautiful piece of art that we created through diet and training.
Right. Chris, you know, Flex got his pro card at USA, then Chris, and then you were supposed to be next in line and stuff, and then it didn't go your way. And why did you decide to stop and move towards something else?
Well, me personally, this is my personal story. This is not for me to condemn anyone, or this is me. This is what I felt. I won a show. I won the Southern Cal back in like '92 or whatever, you know. And I remember, I tell people, I remember being backstage. I won the show. I had trained. I won it. And I remember winning and sitting back there, and I was like, man, it didn't feel like I kind of thought it was gonna feel.
Okay.
You know, it felt good, but not as good as I thought.
Okay.
And I was like, dang, like something's missing. Like, and I always remember that feeling. You know,
okay.
Something is not complete.
Okay.
You know, so I ignored it and I kept back training, you know. And then for me personally, I'm gonna say this again for everyone who's watching. Me personally, I feel like there's more to life than this, right? So I started going to church. Me personally, again, my choice. I'll say it again. I started going to church, right? And I started to study out the Bible for myself. Okay. And I was like, hey, okay. This is that void for me.
Okay. What's missing?
That I was missing. So I trained for the USA that year. I did the Nationals, took top 3.
Nice.
Trained for the USA. I already had a contract with a supplement company.
Wow.
I was with Biochem. They were paying me nice. They were flying me everywhere. They flew me to my shows. And I remember the owner, who was a good man, he said, look, are you ready to quit your day job? He's going to give me a nice contract, right?
Wow.
And then I remember after that USA, I walked off stage. I'm like, I'm done competing, man. I want to focus on my relationship with God and grow and see what I'm really meant to do. You know what I mean? And that was my choice.
Wow. I never knew that.
Yeah. So
okay.
People ask me, did you get sick? No, didn't get sick.
Because you came very close. I mean.
Yeah, I was like, I was the favorite for that show, but I held a little water. I spilled over. Okay. You know, and it's okay. And I was like, you know, so I decided to walk away from it. No regrets.
You were at peace with your decision.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, and it was crazy because it had been my dream for so long.
I know.
To be able to walk away with it, you know, when you're right there, it was kind of cool for me, like, and I felt at peace with it. You know what's
funny is when I was talking to Chris last week, he says, you know what? Rico, bless his heart, every Sunday there was no bodybuilding. You could not talk to him about bodybuilding. It was his day off. He was going to church, and that was his choice. And it's funny that he mentioned that. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he did mention that last week. He says, Rico, don't talk to him about bodybuilding on Sunday. Nope.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Wow.
You know, yeah.
That's a great story. And what year was that? That last USA?
2000.
2000. Gotcha.
You know. So I slowly started to strip the weight off, you know, nice and slow. Started studying acting because I had done some acting before, you know, commercials and stuff like that. And I always knew I liked it, you know, so I started studying, you know, shortly after. And then I started getting jobs. I worked on Alias. That was like my first shows right away.
I saw that.
I was like, man, this is cool.
You were the bouncer. It was like, look into my eyes.
Yeah, it was awesome. It was like a high, like, man, this is awesome, you know.
Wow.
And since then, I've been working, man. You know.
Why do you keep training so many people here? Because you do that acting thing. You had this big role on this big blockbuster last year, Battleship. You know, we saw you in that. But you're still here, and you still have all those clients. You still link to bodybuilding heavily.
I cut back some, right?
Yeah.
And there's still a joy to help other people. To be honest, you know what I mean. People who really are hungry for it, I don't mind, but the people who aren't, it's kind of like I'd rather not do it.
Right.
But if someone's really hungry and they want the information and they really want to change their bodies and their lifestyle, I mean, if I have the knowledge and I can help them, I mean, why not? Because I've done it for so long. To me, I tell them it's like second nature. Because I said I had to get in such extreme shape to get them in the shape they want to get in. It's easy if they listen.
Right.
So we have to get in shape that most people don't have to even think about getting in and walk around it daily.
Right.
So to get them in a shape that's comfortable and to look nice in their clothes is like, it's easy.
Right.
You know, so yeah, I don't mind that.
So you actually just do it more because you want to do it. You don't have to.
Yeah. I mean, the money doesn't hurt. I mean, come on now. I ain't like
of course.
I ain't got like $5 million yet. You heard me?
But
No,
you don't really have to do it if you don't want to.
No, that's why I cut back. You
Yeah.
know, I don't have to do it like full time. You know what I mean? Where
Yeah.
I'm in the gym for hours.
Because you get a
not
family.
enjoying it.
You get a beautiful family too.
Yeah, you know, I got my 3 awesome kids, man, who I love and adore. The oldest one's 19. It's amazing. You know, she got to go to my shows. My youngest ones never got to see me compete.
No.
No, I remember showing them a picture once, and my son was like, "Who is that?" I'm like, "That's me." He didn't recognize me, right? I'm like, "That's me." They're like, "What?"
Get out of here.
Yeah, they've never seen me that big, right?
Wow.
I'm like, you know, I'm like, "That's me, man. That's your dad." He's like, "What?" So it's like superhero.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, so.
All right, well, we're gonna cut this here. I want to take you.
Oh, one more time.
Yes,
one more
yes.
thing, man.
I'm sorry,
Did I
we're not
say I
done.
was finished?
We're not done talking.
Oh,
I want to talk some more
we're not
about
done
your
talking.
your what's going on today.
Okay, what do you want to do?
Well, we're gonna cut it here. Take a
Okay.
break. All right.
All right.
All right.